All right, guys, I'm big time real manning it here today. I don't know why I like doing this stuff so much, learning, figuring new stuff out. I did trim work before at my other house, my first house. Not the one you guys know of, but the one before that. So I did baseboards before, so I have to do some finished trim here. So what I'm doing is putting in just a cedar 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch furring strip, so that way I can then bring in the door trim. I wanted to do fancier trim, but this is the only stuff they had in pine. I don't want to do MDF out here. Plus, I don't have enough room between this to do a fancier trim. So anyway, what I'm going to do is put the 1 1/4 inch ring, or whatever the heck we call this thing, furring strip, just so that I have something to cap off and nail my door trim around. I'm glad I finally bought this thing, this miter saw. I'll probably get a lot more use out of it than I think. This thing is amazing. They don't need any air, compressed air. Just doing it with a battery. I figured I'd do one piece before I did it on camera. I actually didn't screw it up. I should have just done it from the beginning. So you can see, just putting in a very simple door trim setup. It's kind of weird because I got the cedar meeting sort of the more modern, the rustic meeting the modern. But obviously I'll have to paint the cedar. And now that just gives me a clean sort of door frame. On my table saw, it shows me what 45 degrees is. Lock it in at 45. It really doesn't matter where I cut this. I just want to cut the end off. Honestly, I don't know if it's better to do the uprights first and then lay in the top. I figured it's better to just follow the line here. I just lock the sucker in. More nails, the more putty you gotta put, but the audio here is a little jacked up, so I just voice over it. Just showing you the baseboards in the room. I didn't shoot any video of it, mainly because the electrician was there and it looked like I didn't want to look like a complete crazy. But I filled all the nail holes. I've got one more piece to do over there in the corner, just to sort of give you an idea of what it looks like. When the walls are straight, you have gaps and things like that. So you can see the one spot where I tried to hit a stud, put about 50 nails in. Then the electrician just putting a box behind the pressure washer, rather than, because it comes with a German power connection. So instead we just sort of cut it and made a pigtail and then terminated it in the box, which you don't see because we'll put the cover over top. Anyway, it's looking good. All right, guys, just giving you an update. The boring stuff I didn't video. I finished the baseboards. I did the door jamb. We wired up the pressure washer. I put the cover back on the pressure washer. The electrical panel's in. Outlets are in. Fans are in. Switches are in. Lights are active. I just need to get the lights. Lights should be here, I don't know, who knows when. Some of them are coming Monday, the others are coming after that. Anyway, the room's coming together. Looks
Super clean, which is, you guys know, which is what I like. Flooring looks good, baseboards look good. I can't wait to do the cabinets. The fans. So next couple of days I'm gonna be working on the cabinets and the TV and all that stuff. So now I just need to touch up the walls. I always find that I get the best looking lines if I tape it and then just, so I over painted the top of the baseboards, and I'll follow with the paint on the walls to sort of finish up the job. You know, and painting to me is a lot like detailing, where, you know, I have a way that I do it. It's not necessarily the right way or the wrong way. It just happens to be the way that I've sort of figured out how to do it over the years. I didn't know this, but I really don't like it when people call this stuff a hobby. And I know I probably shouldn't get, and I don't get bent out of shape, but I realize that I don't do hobbies. There's no, hobby to me is something you kind of do halfway. For me, I don't have hobbies, I have obsessions. So it kind of insults my sensibility a little bit when somebody says, oh, you have a hobby. And I probably shouldn't have that thought, but just being real here. So again, this is Benjamin Moore, the bend line, flat, and this color is called Harbor Gray, which I really like. Especially in a smaller room like this. You know, I always have a tendency when I'm at the store, and I'm sure you guys are like this too, I always want to make a dramatic difference in the color. And so I have a tendency to want to choose, and I learned this lesson in my first house. I'd have a tendency to choose, and I'd normally I'd dump some of this into a cup. But because this is going to be a quick little slap it on here job, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, you know, if you're not super detailed like I am, like I very rarely get any paint anywhere, so I don't worry about covering everything up. Watch, I'll be on video and dump paint all over the place. So when I normally dust both sides of the brush so that I don't get too much paint. You know, I'll wipe both sides like that, just so there's just enough on there. So I'm going to go around the whole room and do what I just did. So I'll pull all the tape off now. Inevitably there will be a few bleed through spots that I'll need to go back and touch up. Since these are wet, obviously don't let them touch anything. Come see Daddy. Come over here. Can you wave to everybody? Wave to the camera. Hi, everybody. Baby don't get big. Big tail.